Oh, hello there. Hi, I'm Joshua. Today is June 22nd or so, and this is Lunch Break Roguelike. It's a little series project thing I'm doing during my lunch hour every day. I work on a small roguelike project in Python. It's a little video game. It's open source, so if you're interested, the webpage is behind me. It's github.com/Joshua Skelly/lunch-break-rl. This isn't a tutorial per se, but it's mostly you can watch me work, ask me questions like how and why I'm doing a thing. And again, you can look at my source code that makes it work. If I remember correctly, let's see where we left off. Let me position this too so my big head isn't blocking it. Let's go to our repositories and lunch break RL, and let's go Python. Let's do really quick to a git status. Cool. Let me just get poll just because I'm paranoid. Okay, let's do a git tag. So yeah, if you want to jump to, if you are a future viewer or somebody watching an archive like on YouTube or something like that, hey, thanks for checking me out. I love you. But also, if you want to like roll back the code to this exact point in time, you can check out tag EP7. You can just do a git checkout EP7, and that will pull you right to where I'm at right now. You will be put in a detached head state, which means you can look at the code, but you're like not really kind of on a tracked branch. But you can always check master out again to get back into a good place. But yeah, let's run this son of a gun. So Python game.py. Oh, so I guess another thing I talk about is Felix and I are working. We're still working on this Twitch Observer project, which kind of spun out of this. It's actually in a really darn good state. So if you're interested in that, this is a little Python library that helps you integrate Twitch chat directly into your apps, whether it's a game or you just want to write a bot. We're trying to make it pretty darn easy. Again, you can find this at github.com/Joshua Skelly/Twitch-observer. And yeah, there's more on that, but I changed the signature on some of the import stuff, so I need to fix that up real quick before it actually will run. And also last stream I was goofing some stuff up and Felix corrected me, and let's go fix that as well. So let's open up VS Code, and let's take a look at some of this stuff. So also let me adjust this bar here so my head isn't actually blocking any of the code. You can actually see what I'm doing. So in game.py, I think is where, yeah, so it's not Twitch chat observer anymore. It is just observer, because that seemed wordy. So you just pull in observer. Cool. And also I was goofing this as well. Let me just clean this up. Like sometimes I don't really like this notation where you assign like assigning as a tuple. I mean, if it makes sense, if like you're unpacking something that makes sense, but like for me, like saying A, B, C equals 1, 2, 3 is just, it's fine, but it's not, I don't know, I think it's kind of gross. I'd rather just have it on separate lines, but some people like one-liners, and that's you, well, good for you. I'd rather write it so it's clear, so I know, so I can see what I'm doing. And this is what I was goofing last time. I put this pound sign. We changed the API, so you don't need the pound sign anymore. You can just say join a chat and a particular channel. So that should be, this is pulling it from a config file that I've set up in my repo. Well, in my repo, but I've hidden it because I don't want you to steal my OAuth stuff and make mean bots. So there we go, creating Twitch chat observer with nickname, password, channel, start the observer and stop the observer, which is cool. And let me see. Actually, hopefully this will work this time around. We'll see. We will see. So we could just say something like, yeah. So I'm just going to mash this in with all the other events. So we just have one event handling loop plus observer get events, and make this elif if event.type equals Twitch chat event. If event.message print message. That should work. We'll see. So let's do a Python game.py. thought I did not save this. Oh, I need to change it right there. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Cool. And now looks like we're also printing out some. Oh yeah, I think from the last time we were doing some sort of where was this at? UI player window. Yeah, we're printing out the row. We don't need to do that right now. So let's run this again. And I should be able to say test message. Cool. Yep. So I did goof the syntax on that. I can kill this window. Let's kill Python. And let me see, in game here, I was being silly and print event.message because the message just doesn't exist by itself. I knew it wouldn't be that easy. That's all right. We'll get there iteratively. So test. Ooh. Cool. So yeah, that popped over across. So this is kind of the mechanism we're going to use to turn Twitch chat into actual, basically like a controller almost. So like when you see Twitch bots and you have these fancy like command, they're just scraping the chat looking for this special string, and that's all they're really doing. So what we can do is we can handle like here, like we handle key events. I mean, but here we're like we can just treat them like any old event, like nothing's really special once the observer connects and is observing. So let me go ahead and commit where we're at now. So git diff. We have updated that. That's correct. Okay. Cool. That is good enough. Git add dot get status. Cool. Git commit -m fixing Twitch observer. Git push origin. Nice. Okay, so now let's. I guess I can work on the join command. That would be fine, I suppose. But I don't really want to have all this. Maybe I want to like logically group this into like the scene could handle it, or we could create a special entity to handle the Twitch stuff. Like here, simply we could say something like level handle events. So and then maybe after that, let me think. Yeah, let's make a. I guess we could create a new file. Twitch chat manager.py. This is just going to help us kind of work with. It's just going to be like a logical grouping of functions and helper stuff to make it easier to deal with all the Twitch messages. I can make it. Let's just leave it like that. And actually, I want to be able to just throw it into here, maybe. So from entities import items, from Twitch chat manager import Twitch chat manager. Did I spell that wrong? Here we go. So when we init, we need a yeah, I don't need this fake one anymore. We do self.entities.append and a new Twitch chat manager. And basically, it needs to implement draw and handle events. Let's copy this real quick, and then because it's like an entity, but like it doesn't actually have any sort of representation for itself. And then draw actually just we can just pass on that. Okay, but handle events is where all the good stuff happens. So let's say, ooh, I don't want to get a circular reference, but I do want to get a whole scene. Import scene. I'm worried about that. And then current scene. For now, s equals scene dot current scene. Okay, and if event dot type equals Twitch chat event, and if event dot command equals priv msg, this is just it's a normal chat message. That's the command is called. It's an IRC thing. And if event.message .upper, we don't want to worry about case, is equal to join. We want to add a new player to the scene. Cool. And then maybe similarly we can have something like add a leave command. Okay. And so basically we want to, let me split this real quick. So similar to how we just create a new player, we can just do that for here. Also, we just want, maybe we could throw them down in a randoms. Well, so up here we need to import player. P equals player.player, and their char is going to be just the first letter of their Twitch nick. So let's just use event.nickname, and we're just going to slice off the first character. And position. Right now, let's just say position is just at 1,1, and yeah, I need let me pull in the random module because I want to do a little bit here. Import random, and then the foreground color is position. Oh yeah, the position is a tuple, so it was 1,1, and the foreground color is import palette. Palette colors at random.randint, and this needs to be from 1 to len of palette.colors. I know for a fact that the very first color in this palette is black, and I don't want the player to potentially have a black color, because then they won't be able to be seen against the background. So that's just why I'm doing it that way. And then we can just say s.entities.append p. That should be okay. Now the problem is it's going to let you join multiple times, which probably is a problem right now. I just want to see. I also make sure this logic. I want to get this kind of blocked out, and let's see if we can make it work. So for entity in s.entities. If not is instance, entity comma player.player. If it's not a player, or if it's not a player, we need to bail. So break or continue. Continue is what I want. This will just jump to the next iterable in the for loop. And then if entity dot nickname is equal to event dot nickname. So then we want to say s dot entities dot remove entity. So this will pull. This should pull the player back out, which is cool. And I am creating a Twitch chat manager. I'm adding it to the scene, and let's just see if that works. Then we'll fix the errors and continue on. Okay. And then over here in the Twitch chat, let me see if I can join player. So that kind of worked. I think what happened is I forgot to set the nickname on the player object. Let's fix that right now. So when we create our new player object, say p.nickname equals event.nickname, and that should straighten things out. Let me go back over here. And if you're watching in chat, you can actually, this stuff should work. Yikes. Okay, so what we need to do is, so by default TDL, when you're printing, will wrap around like that. So we need to correct that. So that should be in our player window UI object. We are printing this drawster of entity.nickname, and we need to cut this down. So we're gonna do a string slice. We're gonna start at the first, but we want to go all the way up to I think self.width -2, and then let's try that. Join. There we go. Nice. So we can move around. Well, I'm moving around because I have the keys bound, but that should work okay. Let me see if my leave command actually works the way I have it wired up. Leave. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So chat can join and leave as they like. Cool. Let me see if I can. Okay. So that's okay. And let's get real quick for now. What we can do is in the player class, we can have it listen to Twitch chat events as well. That's totally fine. It'll get them because this gets passed down. So and actually, maybe I should go ahead and I'll comment this. Well, let me just copy and paste it right now, because I still want to be able to manually control the character when I'm testing. We just paste this and say elif event type equals Twitch chat event. Maybe this should just be Twitch chat. Now that I'm looking at it, it is kind of wordy. The API, we're still working on this API, so that's all good. So if not up here, I think nickname, yeah, nickname is player. So as a event.nickname equals self.nickname. So if this is not issued by us, we need to just ignore it. So actually, let's just wrap it. So if event nickname equals self.nickname, then go ahead and execute this code. Cool. If event dot message the upper equals up, or so event message, and this just needs to be add some exclamation points there. And actually, what I can do, this should work. Let's give that a shot. So over here in chat, I can type in join, and boom, there I am. And I can type in right. Yeah, and I go right. That's cool. And now I can type in down. Yeah, and I can go down, which is nice. Let me see. Hey folks in chat, awfully quiet today, but hopefully this is interesting to you folks, and feel free to ask questions, etc. You can also, when I'm testing this stuff, you can feel free to pop in and help me see how well this actually works in practice. But I worry that I move so fast sometimes that if I don't give you a chance to actually step in, nothing will happen. Cool. So yeah, and I still have this hooked up so I can actually like draw little levels to explore. There we go. Got my sweet roguelike dungeon to explore. I can get inside here now. Yeah. Then make a second room so it's twice as interesting, which is debatable, but there we go. Yeah. I should make it really roguelike and make the hallways bottlenecks, right? That's a good design thing. I don't know. I'm being semi-facetious. Like I have thoughts about like these sorts of things because I think when you have these single one-way hallways, it's like tactically, like it's super important to always fight in hallways because it limits like how many things can attack you at once. But that's always like the best way to do it. So that's the way that people always play, which is, and maybe not necessarily desirable. Depends upon what experience you're designing. Cool. Okay. Let me add a new line at the end of there. And I think this is an okay place to commit. Let's do a git status. So git diff. Let's see what we've changed. So we've added the Twitch events in player.py. We created our Twitch chat manager object. That basically is going to be in charge of just like handling adding and removing players, I suppose. I mean, that's not a lot, really. Maybe other meta things. I guess we can also listen. Yeah, it's okay. I guess it's okay for now. If it's just a tiny class, we may just like push it into scene and just let it be its thing. Yeah, I think this is an okay place to commit. So git add dot git status. Yeah, git commit -m basic Twitch input controls. Git push origin. There we go. Nice. What else? So we have a small little level where people can move around. I suppose I added that progress bar and haven't really done much with it. So there's a couple things I want to accomplish. So I want to actually add a time step here because like with Twitch, like you're limited to how many, like I think you're limited to 20 messages per 30 seconds. And folks have suggested queuing up queuing these up. So for example, if I change this real quick here, say commands equals event.message.split. We're going to split on space. For command in commands. And then just need to replace this real quick. Command.upper. And actually I can, that should be okay. There we go. Now what this should allow me to do is just queue up commands. So I can join in. And I can type in like, now I can type in like down, down, right. The thing is though, is it executes so fast that it looks like my player teleports, when in fact they are moving discretely. It just happens like really darn quick. So it would be nice just to have like some sort of like time step maybe, or some sort of like limiting thing. And actually, it might be okay to actually have that based around the Twitch message limit, anyways, because you can't, like, I think when designing something for like a Twitch-centric experience, those are some things to keep in mind. So, also maybe down here at the bottom, I can have a progress bar showing like the countdown until the next move, and just kind of have it semi-real time, maybe, where it'll keep ticking moves. Some roguelikes do this, where there's some roguelikes, like, or most of them, require the player input to have a discrete time step. So as soon as the player takes an action, the whole world advances. When the player is not moving or not taking an action, the world stops. And some roguelike, for example, like I guess Dwarf Fortress is roguelike adjacent, but it definitely has a real-time component where things like move at a discrete interval. So I think that's the route I want to go. At least now. I've also thought about, in the back of my mind, like having some sort of thing where it is like it'll wait for the player input, but since there's multiple players, as soon as a player requests an action, then it starts a countdown timer. But again, I can solve those when I get there. But right now, let's worry about this whole time thing. I think this is probably where yeah, let me just commit this real quick too. And quit out of there. Git add dot get status. So git commit -m enabling batched player commands. Git push origin. Cool. There we are. Okay, so our scene is the thing that's running. And also, I'm also curious too, like how TDL you can do like real-timey stuff. Let me play around here a little bit. So my game actually, no, not events, game. There we go. So it says while running, we draw the scene. So that's just clear the console, scene.draw, and then we flush all this stuff out to the screen so you can see it. And then we handle events, and we do this as fast as we can. The simple thing to do, I guess, is I could just do a delta T and then handle that, or hand that all to the scene for updating. So import time, and then. Let me see, this is Twitch Observer. Just put this in a block here. This is our scene. This is the just initting TDL. So I guess I can just, after my scene here, I can just say current time equals time.time. And then I can have a handle event. Maybe we should handle events and then update. I think that's an okay way to do it. So the scene update. And this is going to be, let's go to scene and implement it real quick. So we have a def update, and this takes in a time, which is just the delta time. And I'll probably should take in a self because it's a member variable, or member, or is it it's a bound function. There we go. And for child in, or for entity and self.entities, yeah, that's just kind of the basic pattern I've been doing. And self.entities, entity.update time. Cool. So all the entities now need to implement time. So I can just go to our base entity class and implement it real quick there. And that should make things work. So entities, the base entity class, and then just def update, which just takes a time. Pass. Cool. And then also I think our Twitch manager, it is not an entity. So we have to, it's kind of a special case, so we have to also implement it here. So def update self and time. Hey Axelatine, how are you? Thanks for speaking up. 30 minutes of working in silence is interesting. Things are good my way. Sorry about I missed the past couple days of the stream because my son is sick, and I've been watching him and kind of taking some time off work to care for him. Fortunately, he is on the mend, and hopefully this is behind us. How are you? Okay, so there we go. And then scene update, and then time minus current time equals time.time. Cool. So this is just passing in the delta time. Yeah. So Axelatine is working on a million projects, and yeah, I guess I'm of that type too, where I have lots of little things going all at once. As you can attest to, yeah. So my day thing, or mostly my day job is working on Delver, trying to get that done. I take an hour during my lunch break to work on this project, and this project has spun off that Twitch Observer project. And there are a few things on the back burner that I want to get around to once Delver gets wrapped up. So yeah, I'm super busy, and also I need to work more on my personal art, and I want to like read more, and there's just not enough time in the day to get done what I want to get done. We gotta make time and try to be efficient. Okay, cool. So that should do that, and then so this is updating. So I think our UI is our UI. Can't remember our UI stuff window. It is an object, but they also get added in as entities. Yeah, because I think I throw them in as well. Let me see. Look at my scene. Player window. Yeah. So this. These. Yeah, this would be so should. So I guess if window is the base class here, window has an update already. Interesting. I could just do a self comma time, and that would make that work. And then now I don't have to update in the draw anymore because we're getting updated on the reg, which is nice. Okay, that was a happy accident. Progress bar. It also needs to have an update. It does have an update. Wow. Okay, so I was thinking a little bit ahead, at least on the UI stuff. Let's just slide you down here. Hey Tyreek, how are you? Also, let me see if this is working again. Let me just do a quick sanity check. So Python game.py import time. Yep, Joshua. needs to be a T right there. There we go. Cool. And actually, if you guys want to play, you can real quick. I'll take a few moments so we can play. You just type in join, and that should have worked. What happened? What broke? Update. Yeah. So, entity to update. Or did I forget the self? Sorry, folks, it's not working right now. Let me straighten this out and confirm that it's actually close this program. Cancel. Yeah, it's super weird developing while people play. It's kind of also a weird concept, but I think it's cool. Entity, self time, scene line 46. Entity to update time. That should be okay. That should be okay. Did I goof up one of my def update? Yeah, I need to add the time arg. And then this one looks okay. This one needs the time arg. There we go. Looks okay. Looks okay. Yeah, let's see if that straightened things out. Hey, Adaponkin. Or how about I spell it right? There we go. Right. Still throwing more errors. Index out of range. Yeah, okay, that's good to know. Let's just fix that real quick. Should be in our Twitch manager. Lin of colors -1. Close. There we go. Yeah, it's super weird, like developing something people can play. So, once more with feeling. Nope. What, man? Super rough. What? Okay, so it's saying one of my methods is still missing the time parameter. Let's audit usages of update. Yeah, yep. There we go. Usually about the time I get the old task manager up is about the time it decides it wants to stop itself. Join. And right. Nope. Jeez, Joshua, this is rough. Sorry, folks. I thought I just fixed that. Notify func. Move. Notify. Update. No. Yeah. I have to have my my player, I think. It subscribes to the update, self.update. That should take a time param though. Yeah, I can just not worry about that for the time being. Yeah. So this is basically part of the course for live demos. Key error update. Yeah, let me just. Nope, don't do that. Task manager. in project, in task. There we go. Cool. So 2man2 says, "What's this? Not Delver." Yeah. So again, this is a somewhat of a new stream I'm working on, a new series. Over my lunch break, I take an hour every day to work on this small little project. It is a little roguelike written in Python, and it's just a fun little diversion during my lunch break. I do spend my mornings and afternoons working on Delver art, and it's coming along. It's going slow, you know. Working on a large project for as long as we have, it's just kind of like the older a project gets, the harder it becomes to like move and steer. Down. Left. Yeah, so I'm still working. Okay. But yeah, no, I do my regular Delver streams on every Sunday at noon Pacific time. And it should be functioning now if folks want to jump in. I'll give you a few moments to play around. Maybe I'll draw a little level here. Maybe put some sweet columns in here. Maybe add some little side rooms. Give you a way to get through. You can also batch them up too. So if you don't want to hit the Twitch spam limit, you can do like right, down, 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 etc. So otherwise, you will get Twitch throttles you to 20 messages per 30 seconds. So that's why I want to implement this some sort of like discrete step thing, so you can queue in a bunch of commands and they'll execute over time. And I think we can reuse this for a basic AI system as well. Yeah, cool. Yeah. This is kind of cool. Let me grab a screenshot of this. There we go. Tuck that away. So let me see. Let me see. Somebody asked me about Quirky Quirk says, "How does this connect to Twitch chat?" Again, so let me pop over here. I do have this little lunch break project spun up a side project called Twitch Observer. You can go to Joshua Skelly, github.com/Joshua Skelly/Twitch-Observer, and it's a Python library that makes binding, like just capturing chat events into Python pretty darn simple. So if you want to play around with that, feel free to. Yeah. Or, I mean, some folks have suggested a syntax like move and then like up, down, left, right, something like that. And yeah, but then eventually I want to take all these commands and then pop them into a queue on the player, and then like every like second execute from that command queue. Yeah, this was not the initial intention of the project, but it is a cool, a little cool thing that I am kind of just like, I thought it was an interesting direction to head, so I'm just kind of going down that rabbit hole. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think there could be some interesting things, and it's nice too, because like in real time, I can keep on drawing, the dungeon. I can fill it in, and it would be. I think it's interesting. It's just this interesting combo of like interaction, where like I could be like almost like a dungeon master, and create interesting places for people to live. I'll put you guys all in your own little room, so that way you feel like you're part of the adventure. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. No, again, Tyreek, if you want, if you like, you can look at my source for that Twitch Observer is definitely out there. You can take a look at that, or if you want to pick my brain, you can always hit me up. It's actually pretty darn easy to implement. You just need a basic socket to talk to, and just a series of messages is enough to make it work. Yeah, so this is very direct, and yeah, you could do almost anything with Twitch. You could have like I don't know if like it would be interesting if like everybody was a player character, or if the chat were playing different monsters and I was like the main character. Actually, Team says, what libraries does this use, or is it coded from scratch? So this project here uses the Python library TDL, which is a Python binding for libtcod, which is a pretty popular roguelike library. And then it just uses my Twitch Observer package as well, which I hope to get out onto PyPy here in the near future. It's not Pygame. Pygame is cool, and maybe I'll do a series on that, or a lunch break series on that. But right now, yeah. Grab this new. This is cool. It's interesting watching folks move around. But yeah, so like. Cutting, you have to type in join, bang join. Woo! Cuttigan's bright red. Here, let me help you out there, buddy. Yeah, designing interesting areas is Axelotine has escaped. Oh yeah, you think you've escaped? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, you're fast. You're very fast. I've got you. I've got you where I want you now. Okay, I'll let you free again. Yeah. No, I think it could be really cool to have a weird mix of like me DMing this, and I could add like having some sort of little toolkit and let people run around in. Again, like it like you have to really kind of rethink the interactions, you know, and how things work. But yeah, like I think it's I don't know. I think it's a cool place to be. And sorry about that. I keep grabbing screenshots because more people join. I think it's cool. And Axelotine is off in the wilds, trying to break the game. Let me real quick before people get cute ideas. I think it just not shows you if you try to go outside the world. But let me just pin you folks in just so you don't start breaking my game. Is there a whisper functionality or no? No, not right now. Right now it's just using the IRC spec, and it just give you a nice little way to handle that. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, if you folks have interesting ideas of where this could head, please hit me up. You can always tweet me at Joshua Skelly. You could email me directly at joshua.skelton@gmail.com. If folks are interested in this sort of thing, I'd love to hear from you because I think it's interesting. It's kind of weird and funky, and I don't really know where it's going, but like it's a fun thing to play with. And yeah, so if you have cool ideas, let me steal them and make them our cool ideas. Oh no, where'd you go, Tyreek? Oh, did Chad move on top of you? Yeah, so that right now there's only collision with the players and the environment. Yeah. Cool. I think I even have a mode. Let me see if this still works. So yeah, I've been playing around with this, trying to see what this sort of game might look like. Should make it so that players have the same character, the same color. The player inputs would be bundled together. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. Yeah, so right now it's just random. Right now, like so, like I and Quirky Quirk are the same color. Yeah, it's again, it's not a perfect implementation. It's a quick thing because again I work on this one hour at a time, one day at a time. So yeah, but it's interesting. Go down, go down, down. Yeah. So again, I think I want to work on adding discrete time steps. So like it just does you just don't teleport, because right now everybody just kind of like just instantly jumps to the next place in the world. And that's kind of where I was heading with the update logic, where we have discrete time steps, and we can make decisions based on that. Cool. Yeah, that's my thought, Chad, is to have a timer. Because right now, so the reason I allow you to batch up moves is because Twitch um, throttles your chat messages to 20 messages per 30-second like time frame. So I want to make sure that you don't exceed that, so you can batch them up, but also maybe have the time step of the game just kind of sync up with that, so it makes sense. So that's like a second and a half per message. So yeah, so I added a progress bar UI item a stream or two back, and I want to have maybe somewhere on here showing like the countdown till the next time step, so it makes sense for folks. Yeah, but it's really cool seeing people run around in this, and yeah, again, the idea is about player eat each other by eat command. Um, yeah, I mean it's going to have to really the interaction is going to be pretty minimal. It's going to have to mostly just be bumping, right? Like you bump to attack, you bump to eat. I mean, like because you can't really do inventory management. You can't do other crazy things. I mean, I could have just a move set, like move and attack and eat and all that good stuff. Um, yeah, cool. Well, and also, thanks, folks. I think I'm trying to just wrap this up real quick because I got like 7 minutes left on my stream. But I left cast fireball at Shad cutting in. Um, yeah. So let me just close this out. Sorry, folks. Bye. Bye, world. Um, cool. Let me just clean this up. I may rip out the event handling system I wrote and just use TDLs instead. I'm not leaving yet, but I'm saying the fun time is over. Hopefully, when this becomes more of a game, it might just be a fun little like thing I could have running on the stream before I start the stream, which would be nice. So what was I going? What did I say I was going to work on? Yeah, also real quick, let's go to the player window and console blit, and then how about let's do a self.data.drawster, and let's do they want to do like a bang join, but that's not the right spot. It needs to be at x, say 2, and y self.height, and foreground equals let me see, import palette equals palette dot bright yellow. See what that looks like. Oop, did something bad. 2,30 is invalid. Yes, probably 0 to 29 based. Okay, let's cancel out of that. Let's do so self height -1, and then put this in parens. So this is kind of working backwards towards working forwards towards my prototype that I had. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. Also, too, it looks weird. Let me fix the renderer. For some odd reason, the default render SDL doesn't show grayscale. So if I go down here to this knitting, I could just say renderer equals OpenGL, but this doesn't work on all systems. So if you see weird rendering artifacts, flip this back to SDL. But when I run it that way, we should see like, yeah, like there's aliasing on the text now. So like without it, the exclamation point looks really weird. Oh no, Chad died. Thanks, Tyreek. Yeah, this is just a fun distraction. Again, if folks want to have input on it, yeah, just let me know. I guess I can let you folks play. This is Adapunk joined in. Yeah, let me real quick. Actually, I need to commit this. I need to get this up. Sorry, Adapunk. Here. And oh, that people are joining back in. Oh no, sorry. There we go. Sorry, folks. Cool. Whoa, I've changed a lot. This is updating the time stuff. Okay. Wow. Yeah. This is what happens if you don't commit regularly. So, okay. Git add dot git commit dash m. Stubbing out update method function system. That is a fine enough commit. Let's do git push origin. And also let's git tag dash a. And this is EP. This is start of episode 8 here. So dash m episode 8 git push tags. Cool. Yeah, this has been a really fun stream. Chad says, I just need a tiny dungeon running in the corner. Interesting. That's not a terrible idea. Yeah, let me see if I can studio mode this up. Okay, so duplicate. And let's add in, how do I add in a, how do I have it on something else? Yeah, I will fiddle with it off stream, and yeah, maybe I could just have it running in a separate executable off to the side if people want to play it. But yeah, I think we're at a good spot. So again, to kind of recap some of the stuff we did, let's look at git log. I think it was a productive dash one line since equals yesterday. Git log. Yeah, so we did the stubbing out the update system. We enabled player commands, the Twitch input controls, and fixed Twitch observer. So it was a pretty productive day, a pretty productive hour. Kirby says, would it be possible to allow a graphical interface even if the graphics would respect the pixel size of the ASCII characters? Yeah, the library I'm using totally supports that. If you look at the source, yeah, we'll talk about this here. If we go to lunch break roguelike, github.com/joshua_skelly/lunch-break-rl, you'll notice that the font is just an image sheet, right? So you can put whatever you want, and you can map characters to however. So yeah, it is totally a thing you can do. So if you wanted to have a fancy roguelike, you can certainly do that. But since I do art for Delver, I'm just trying to focus this little series on programming mostly. And also, if you want to play around with the Twitch observer, you can play around with that as well. It's at github.com/joshua_skelly/twitch-observer. And it's a pretty simple little Python framework for making Twitch bots and functionality. You can also, there's examples, like you can have it do stuff, and we try to make it a good repo. And again, feedback on either is good. So I am Joshua. Thank you for hanging out with me during my lunch break. Time to get back to work, but I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day and take care. Oh, yeah. There we go.